Alright YouTube, here we have Csx Q130 here in Suffolk today with 3209 in the lead. And Csx AC 4400 CW number 107. As they will lead in the Csx Q130. So this should be the Csx Q130 28. As you guys can see here, this is the CWRY. Norfolk Southern and CSX used this track under trackage rights. So what that means is, as I'm talking while the train passes, what that means is the company is allowing NS and CSX to use the track. They pay them a certain amount each year, or long-term lease, I should say, and they send them money every so often. Now Amtrak is like the only Class 1 railroad that does not own its own track. They own their own equipment, their own everything else. They just don't own the track. They have to pay Norfolk Southern, CSX, BNSF, Union Pacific, everybody just to use the track. So this is a really nice Q130 that's coming in. This is good. Most of the time you will see mostly all loads. Every once in a while on the train you'll get it empty, but most of the time you are going to get a full train. And the speed limit here is like 10 to 15 miles an hour, maybe 20, I can't remember. But what they'll do is they'll proceed to the yard. They're going to stop the train, and the next thing they'll do is that they will switch crews and they'll take it in. And for a train like this, he's moving pretty good. And for you YouTubers, I have just got my pictures on my Facebook. It's on my timeline, but I will be getting those added to East Coast Rail Fanning and CSX trackside pictures. And for the Tier 4, I believe that was a Tier 4 that was leading the train, the first generation Tier 4, that will get added to GE Evolution locomotives. So if you are not members of those two groups, East Coast Rail Fanning, CSX trackside pictures, or GE Evolution locomotives, please add yourself to the groups. I'm always allowing new members to come in, and that's what's making this group good. So thank you all for members of my groups. I really appreciate it. Please encourage others to follow. And we've got spine cars coming up on the train as well. He's only got 5 of them on there. Usually he's got a little more than that. So the view you're getting at from this video is my dash cam view. It's just a view from the car. Yeah, this is a really, really good Q130. Nope, 3209 is an ES44AH. Nope, that was an ES44H. Let's see if it's 32. I've seen 3210, its sister, on a previous train that I caught first of the year. Yeah, these are nice units. These are really nice units. No, we got some more spine cars coming up too. Yep, we got some more spine cars coming up. Usually you see a long, big string of them, but for this one you didn't. Huh. Yeah, one of those little short containers on that car too. And an empty car. It's like the first empty car I've seen. But this is a really good train coming inbound. Here it comes. And we still got a lot of train left over on the Q130. But this here is what I call a real intermodal train. It's full and it's long. I like it. Oh man. Tell you one thing, whoever put this order together for this train, man, it's a long order. And usually all the things that come on this short line here are mostly intermodals. Mostly intermodals here. And once in a while, the Commonwealth has a few engines of their own. They use, they have a CF7, 2 GP20s, and a couple of switchers at the port. But other than that, they mostly just, they use the power that comes in, especially if it comes to the port. They use the power that's on the train, they just switch the crews. I don't know if they actually lease the power or not. I'm sure they do. It looks like the train is going to stop somewhere. He's probably reduced to the yard limit. Now the Q135 you guys saw one week, that train does not hit the short line. It just goes from the port directly to wherever its destination is. And that's a hot shot. And you saw him moving pretty good through the on the Portsmouth sub, and this is just the Commonwealth. This is just it's about 20 miles of track that allows Norfolk Southern and CSX to pick up their own main lines. But you have to go by their speed limits to get there. He's picking up a little bit of speed now, so. He's still got a lot left on this train. I tell you one thing, this train is pretty full today. This is about right for the train to come in. Usually a lot of containers go in and a lot go out, but if it's a transfer run like the V07 or the F767, you might not get as many loads. Because whenever outbound trains come, they can just pick up the loads and go. The purpose of the F767 is just to shuttle the containers to the yard, drop them off, and then come back and take out as many other loads as they need to, but the outbound trains usually pick those up. Yeah, he's picking up some speed. We got a couple of empty cars in between. But this right here is incredible. I have not seen this train in a while. And I'm really glad you're seeing it on the short line, because most of the time I usually catch it on the on CSX tracks. But this here is on the CW tracks, Commonwealth. Yeah, there he goes. He's picking up some speed now. Now he's picked up to about 15 miles an hour. Man, it looks like this train is a long one. Woohoo! Man, over 13 minutes of film. This is incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. You'll see a lot of containers familiar that you usually see on the roads. You'll see a lot of these containers on the train. Like Tex, they're based out of New Jersey. Triton is based in Bermuda. MSC is Mediterranean Shipping. They're based over in Asia. And CAI is California Intermodal. They're based right over in California. Kronos, in fact, is based in Belgium. I looked up these names. Now Carew is based in Texas. Even though it sounds Mexican, it's based in Texas. And there's a Dongfang container on the further back of the train. They're based over in China. So a lot of these containers, some are based in America and some are not. But intermodals are always good to see. You know, seeing the different containers and, you know, where they originate from. I think Florence is Asian. Thinking. Now Genstar, I'm just going to mention them. Genstar is American. It's a GE Capital company. GE Capital bought Genstar. I don't know when they were bought, but if one of you guys out there knows when Genstar was bought by GE Capital, please leave me a comment in the description box. I've been wondering about that for a while. I haven't been able to figure it out. So, if you will, please leave a comment about that in the description box. I would really appreciate it. But man, she is still coming with containers. Now, TAL Intermodal, I believe they were bought by CMA CGM. They're based over in, I think, France. I can't remember. But and plus, with all these cars, you've seen cars from BNSF, you've seen them from CSX every once in a while. They have their own container cars, but most of the time you see the classic TTX cars, and that's what I like. I like the good old TTX cars and everything. There's one in the swoosh. If you're wondering, the Heritage scheme for BNSF came out about 1995, 1996, and the swoosh scheme came out in 2007. And that is the present scheme of BNSF. So it's Heritage 1, Heritage 2, and Heritage 3. Heritage 1 was the block lettered BNSFs. It was orange and black with green lettering. Heritage 2 was orange with more yellow and having yellow letters on the side. And of course Heritage 3 is just plain old orange and black. Orange with black lettering. I especially like Heritage 1 and Heritage 2. Heritage 3 is pretty good, but I like the first two better. And Beacon. There's one I've seen sometimes. Beacon. They're based right here in America. I think New Jersey again. Not sure. Now, P&O Neloid, I don't think you've seen one of the... Yeah, there's one coming up on the other part of the train. They're based over in, let me think, England. They're based in Great Britain. And CMA CGM also has eco containers. See, there's a car right there from Florida East Coast. Usually I see one of those every once in a while, but CMA CGM has eco containers. I don't know what the purpose of that is. If anybody knows about the eco fleet of CMA CGM containers, leave me a comment. I'd love to see. I'd like to know what they're all about. Man, this train is still going. This is probably one of the longest videos I have ever produced right here. It's 18 minutes and 45 seconds as of now. But man, she is still coming along. Yeah, she's picking up some speed now. Man, she is still going. And yeah, now we're getting down to some empties. And my pictures are now on Instagram as well. I've just gotten those up. If you guys are not following on Instagram, I greatly appreciate it. For all you rail fanners, it's Engineer Pad 5290. And this right here is probably the longest video I've ever produced right here. Yep, I think it's winding down now. I think the end of the train is coming near. Let me see if the gate on the other side comes up. Yep, that's the end of the train, guys. We're coming up on the last of the containers of the Q130 28. Yep, the gates went up on the other side. So good, he just cleared another crossing. So anyway, here come the final containers of the Q130 28. Now this right here was a classic. I think Capital, the second to last container, is based in Japan. Capital, I believe, is based in Japan. So ladies and gentlemen, as the train comes to an end, I'd like to say thank you all for watching this long video. I know it's a long one. I'm really glad all of you are able to see the Q130 on the Commonwealth tracks. A couple GEs on there. I can take it anytime. So I hope all of you are having a great week. Independence Day is coming up. Please be safe anywhere you go. And hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. This is Engineer Pat on the Commonwealth, and we will see y'all next time. Alright, go CSX. Just remember, their slogan, CSX, safety is a way of life.